Tonight, Mary Wilson.
Now, when she was a teenager, she decided to form a little singing group, you know, with some of her mates, as we do, and they decided to call themselves the Primettes. Now, they struggled to get a break, but eventually Motown signed them and changed their name to the Supremes, and, of course, the rest is history. They became the world's biggest girl group ever, and a new exhibition at the Victoria and Albert Museum celebrates their amazing career in costumes. Will you please welcome the first and the finest Supreme herself, Miss Mary Wilson. Let me hear you.
How are you?
I'm all the better for you. I can't believe you did it. You ready?
Yes.
Stop in the name of love.
Yeah. Remember that part,
That's
though.
it.
Yeah, oh,
Think
yes,
it
you gotta do that.
over.
Oh, yes, yes.
That's it, isn't it?
Well, you know what's amazing is that people remember the choreography as much as they do the songs.
Yeah.
I mean, I see the ladies out there. Yeah. You remember "Think It All Over." Check them out, see they do it. It's great. Thank you,
Mary. It's great to meet you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you
really
very
is.
much.
It really is. This fabulous exhibition at the V&A. This must bring back so many memories for you. All the costumes.
Yes, yes. There's some beautiful costumes. I mean, costumes that we wore all over the world for kings and queens and, you know, everything. And some of them are so heavy. I'm sure you understand this.
Mary. Tell me, they don't realise, do they?
No, right.
Like, what a beautiful sequin beaded gown.
Hitting your ear, you know.
And you're like this, innit?
And so, but as soon as you come on stage, you're like, oh, yes, everything is fine. But some of them weigh, some of our gowns weigh something like 35 pounds each. Heavily beaded, you know, bugle beads and rhinestones and this, but we love them. You know, girls love playing dress up. We that's what we did. But so anyway, the gowns are on exhibit, as you mentioned, at the Victoria Albert Museum throughout, I think it's until October of this year. And then they'll go on to Blackpool and other areas.
Oh, great.
And then on to the continent after that. So I'm really quite thrilled. But it's more than just the gowns.
Yeah.
I have eyelashes.
The wigs?
Wigs, wigs, stockings, corsets, you know, the whole bit. And it's amazing because not only are the gowns there, but we have a lot of historical things as well. So, I mean, you'll see videos of Martin Luther King, and it really gives a good look at what was going on in America for the black experience.
Yeah.
And how we started out in very short dresses, and then we went to these glamorous gowns and all. So it's really quite inspirational to see them. And also the younger people can learn a lot. Because you know how young people are now, they don't really know the history. And what we're trying to do at the Victoria Albert Museum is to show the history along with the beauty of the gowns. And so it's really quite nice. Hi, girls! Thank you!
Do you know when you used to travel, did you take the wigs on board with you? Or did you? Yes.
Oh, well, you know, security was not like it is today. You know, we had boxes of wigs. We would have about maybe 25 between us of wigs, you know, and the gowns and all that. And we would take them on board, yes.
Because you wouldn't trust the wigs to go in the hold, you see. No. The wig went with you. And customs officials would say, what's in the box? And you don't this human head.
Right? Whoa. It was really a lot of fun. But you know, I'm still touring actually. Yeah. And it's really great because I have a new CD that I've just finished recording, a jazz type thing, and I'm really happy about that. Also, with the Humpty Dumpty Institute. I don't know if you heard about that.
No, I haven't. Tell me about
Diana
this.
was the spokesperson for this. It has to do with landmine clearances, and this is like unexploded bombs that are still lying around different countries from wars and this and that. And so I've become the new spokesperson for that.
Congratulations.
And I'm really happy about being able to do that. So there's so many things, advantages to being 60. You know, you still can have a life.
I'm not looking at a 60-year-old woman.
Yeah, you know.
I'm sorry. I keep thinking, are my glasses dirty? This is not right.
Well, you know, things are not like it was when our grandparents were around with the bifocals and all that. You can have everything done these days. But, But I really want everyone to get down to the museum, Victoria Albers, because it'll bring back memories for people.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've had ladies come up to me and said, well, you know, I had my first child when Baby Love came out, you know, and you know, one guy in Vietnam from Vietnam said, you know, the music got us through Vietnam. So the show, the museum the exhibit has a lot of things there that, you know, will help you in your life to look back and see how very fortunate we all are.
And also the Supremes, they broke down racial barriers, didn't they, as you toured America at that period? I mean, the whole of Motown did, you know, with the music. And...
Well, yeah, music is really great.
Yeah.
Music is one of the great. That's why Josh was just beautiful to see that it's still beautiful music going on, and it builds relationships. It's amazing because I remember when we first started singing as a Primettes that you mentioned, you know, and we went to audition for Berry Gordy. We were 4 girls, and here we are. It was like 1959 or 1960, and he turned us down. And I remember Florence says, he can't be that great if he, you know, doesn't realize how great we are. We were great in our own minds, right? and so he turned us down, but we kept going. We kept going there every day after school. We would go and just stand there and stand there. One day, Marvin Gaye was recording, and they needed hand claps. And so they came out to the studio and said, we need some hand clappers. And we said, we'll do it, we'll do it, we'll do it. And so we were there, and that's how we got signed, you know, because we just were persistent. We knew what we were doing was great. We loved it, and we just wanted that chance. So sometimes you got to dare to dream to make those dreams come true.
Was there a lot of competition when you first started out?
Oh yeah, people were singing on the street corners and all those kind of things. You know, we never had to do that.
No,
though.
no.
And so we got to Motown, and then we went to the school, the Charm School, with Maxine Powell.
I heard about this now.
She taught us how to get in and out of limousines, right? Well, we didn't know we were ever going to be in limousines, you know. She says, well, you girls are just diamonds in the rough, you know. We just have to polish you up. So she told us that in order, you know how you see some of the young starlets now, they get in, they're showing their, you know,
their bits and pieces.
And so, right. So she showed us back then that how to get into a, you know, limousine. You kind of like slide in. So if the paparazzi is there, you say, da, 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 you know, as opposed to getting in with your rear side, you know, showing. But she really didn't practice what she preached, because after the class that evening, she got in the car and we saw the whole diarrhea. But, you know, and the other thing that was so great is that she said, one day you'll be performing before kings and queens. Now, we're only 16 years old. We said, sure, right. Anyway, you know, then later on we did the command performance here in England at the Palladium, 1968, with the Queen Mother. There we go. And it was just amazing.
Good Lord, look at that.
Isn't that great?
That's fabulous, isn't it? Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just all these wonderful things happen to 3 little black girls from Detroit, Michigan. It's kind of like Liverpool, you know, 3 little guys, 4 little guys.
That can happen.
Yeah, right?
There we are.
It can happen.
It can happen. It can happen, yeah. Look, we've got a little reminder here for everybody at home of the Supremes in all their glory, and glory is the word for them. Let me show you. Bert, if you would, please. Some guests on this show that have made me go, whoa. But this lady's one of them, really. I just want, do you know what one of my favourite songs ever is Reflections.
Reflections, yes.
I just love Reflections.
I still like it too, because lyrically it's great. It says a lot of good things in there.
It certainly does.
The way life used to be.
You're telling me. Very good luck at the exhibition. Really
Thanks,
good luck.
Paul.
And it's such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Is. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's hear it. The Supreme, Mary Wilson, come on.
Great audience, huh?
Oh, that's fabulous.
Wow, thank you.
And next time Mary's over, she said to me before, she's going to come on and sing. Yay! Oh, God, Mary.
I know.
Oh, yeah. I'm dreading it, to tell you the truth. So, Joe, I'm going to help everybody out here. There's a product on the market which is brilliant for mosquitoes. And I can't say the name of the company, but it's a river. They've named themselves
Avon?
after...
Is that Avon?
Yes.
Oh, I can see it.
Mary, spot on. And the product is called Skin So Soft.
Yeah,
And you,
right,
yes.
right.
I was in the jungles of Cambodia, not a mark on me, Mary. I mean, have you discovered this stuff?
Oh, yes, for years. I've used it for years.
It's incredible,
It
isn't
also
it?
makes your skin very soft.
Doesn't
and
it?
smooth,
Yeah,
yes.
it's a dry oil. See? See? You're learning all these
Hey.
things. So what do you do with your cockroaches? A huge thank you to my guests. To the one and only Mary Wilson. Come on. Don't forget the exhibition, Albert Hall.